Wait. We gotta have my beautiful face on the cam. There we go. Hello everybody, welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. on the dollar. We do this show every day, Monday, Friday, 9 a.m. because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins and everything else. And as you can see, it's not 9 a.m. That's because I had to, sit and wait for the daily candle close, to buy my spot. The big question is, did I buy my spot? Did I short? Did I long? What did I do? I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm gonna tell you also, the big lesson has been learned. There are no failures in this space. There are only lessons. And I learned a huge lesson yesterday. And I'm gonna tell you what that lesson is, guys. I'm gonna tell you what that lesson is. As you can see, Bitcoin, pumped up like 10%, something like that. On the weekly candle, we are up right now 13% towards upside. We are breaking the previous low. We got a higher high on the chart. Now it's not closed yet, so there is that. On the daily time frame, we do have higher high up here above the previous highs. There is a pattern. There is a possibility that this can fail and go back down again, and I'm gonna talk about that. But guys, it looks good. It looks good. I hope everybody is happy. I hope everybody's looking good. I hope your long positions are to the moon. And, there's that. Who's in the chat, guys? Who's in the chat? Into the sky. Yo, what's up? Laro, Pablo, dump everything and waiting for 20k again. How many times do you want to wait for 20k? XRP Legend. Hey, man. Mladen is in the chat. Vivi is in the chat. Good morning. XRP Legend. Future generations will thank us. Hopefully. Edward Too Good, what's up? Call Crypto, good morning. Charlie, bull market. Chris, all hopium is gone, I guess. All hopium for the shorters, yeah, for the bears. Close the daily above a major resistance. Yeah, but there is one level, I'm gonna show you, there is one level over here on the chart that we did not break. I'm gonna come to that right now. Incoming rung pull, we're heading to 18k. Could be that. I'm gonna also show you what's that all about. It's nice to see that people are still thinking we are going down. They are in disbelief, and as long as they are, we are going to pump. Exactly, guys, exactly. So I think people are still in disbelief. People still, failed to buy the dip again. Even me this time. And my wife was right, guys. My wife was right. I'm gonna tell you why. And she's pretty smart about these things. And she's very, very right. 3k incoming, biggest bull trap ever. Biggest bull trap ever. I mean, how long is this bull trap gonna go on for? 30k, 40k, maybe like, Mlana says, 46k. And then, finally at some kind of top day, we'll be like, you see, it's the bull trap, at 46k. You see, I told you so. It's the bull trap, 46k. Anyhow, longs printing, longs definitely printing. I'm waiting for pullback because of when I short, when it pumps like 5%. Got in disbelief. Roshten, are you missing Gort? Your body is not here. Okay, guys, let's talk about it. Did I buy the spot? I did not buy the spot. Did I long anything? Did I trade anything long? No. Did I short? I tried shorting 3 times, failed all 3 times. And the last time I wanted the short at the exact top, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to sleep. So there is that. I actually tried shorting. I'm gonna tell you why I tried shorting. So did I buy spot yesterday? No, I did not buy spot yesterday. I'm still 70% out, and it's okay, because if you see up here, for example, on ApeCoin up here, I sold up here, so almost give or take. I'm still not losing any money, and I also sold Mana. Where is Mana? Up here, down here somewhere. Mana over here, Mana up here as well. I sold on the third up here, at third up here. So you can see here, I'm still some kind of technically profit, because I sold higher than what I can buy right now. And Shiba is actually, I sold down here, so Shiba is actually going up a little bit up here. So those are one of the 3 coins that I actually sold. So I might have gained a little bit loss or something like that. But really, in the big picture, when I'm looking at the big picture up here, it really doesn't matter, guys. It really doesn't matter. When Bitcoin, does, I mean, this thing over here really doesn't matter, what I lose, couple of percentages here and there, because when this move up here comes, nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna care, about these moves. Now, it is a little bit painful right now to see this over here, but that really doesn't matter. That really doesn't matter, because as soon as you buy, the money is gonna be made again. Also, the 70% that I, did buy, I'm gonna still buy one of the 3 coins, but I'm not gonna buy the same coins again. So it's good that I can change my money a little bit. It does look good. It does look good. So I did not buy spot. I did not do any kind of long positions. I tried shorting up here at the top. Up here, you can see up here at the very, very top. I tried shorting a couple of times. I tried shorting up here after the daily close because I thought that this move up here is not gonna break rising channel over here. It did broke the rising channel up here. Then I tried shorting somewhere up here, and it came up here towards the upside. It came all the way up to something like 24,900, and I was actually expecting a little bit higher move up here to 25k. And that 25k just never came. That 25k jump Saturday, but I was like, at this point up here after the daily close and stuff like that. Let me see the 5 minute time frames up here. After this move up here, after the daily close, I was trying to, right up here. This is daily close up here, over here, and then after the daily close, it went all the way up here. But in the next 20 minutes, I tried shorting 3 times. And it just went higher, 3 times. I think one was down here, and second, third time, and then came up here, and I wanted to short again, but I was like, you know what? Let's just not do that. It did pull back a little bit, but the price is still very, very strong over here, consolidating in some kind of straight line over here. So shorting is definitely not the way to go. Did you buy last night? I did not. I did not FOMO. So the other good thing is I did not FOMO, guys. And it really takes a lot of guts and a lot of balls and a lot of conviction to not buy this move. It's a 10% move on Bitcoin on a daily candle. It's really, really hard not to FOMO in when you see it's breaking literally every single resistance that we had. It's breaking towards the upside. It literally broke everything beside one. So I started stopping buying these big green candles back in 2019 to 2020. I learned my lesson a long time ago. So sometimes I can do that, sometimes I cannot do that. But it's because when you see that price is going up like 10%, stuff like that, everybody's FOMOing in, everybody's buying. It's probably some kind of it's not the top, but it's some kind of consolidation. You will get a period of peace and quiet where price consolidates. It doesn't have to go down, but price consolidates where you can actually think, and that's the time when you should buy. Now, the thing how this actually works out, everybody is waiting for some kind you get a big price move towards upside, and everybody's waiting again for the dip. The dip does not have to happen, guys. The dip does not have to happen. In a strong bullish trend, you don't necessarily need to buy the dip. You can buy a consolidation pattern. Doesn't matter whether it's such that's a sideways consolidation pattern or a downtrend consolidation pattern. Any kind of consolidation patterns you can buy. You don't have to have a dip in a strong bullish trends. The dip, people are waiting always, buy the dip. You don't have to wait for the dip. You have to wait for consolidation, right? Consolidation. And once that consolidation happens, you can figure out whether price is, still strongly bullish or bearish, and then buy that. Not only that, you can have a consolidation in a continuous uptrend up here. That's also buying. Any kind of consolidation at some kind of top, could be a good buying opportunity, because the consolidations could be just consolidations in a trend, and consolidations don't always have to go towards downside where you buy the dip and continues towards upside. The moves towards upside don't always go something like this up here, pull back. They don't do always these moves. These are very, very normal, slow moving trends towards upside. Strong trends can do these moves up here. These moves up here, they can consolidate in sideways motions. They can consolidate even up here towards upside, and they can even explode up here towards the top. So we are looking for consolidation, not actually a pullback to actually buy. So what happens during consolidation phase is you are not very emotionally affected by the price, and you can actually sit down and think a little bit, what's gonna happen next. The big lesson I learned yesterday, the huge lesson I learned yesterday, is don't read the news, read the charts. You know that our motto here on the channel is don't read the news, read the charts. And I was a little bit in disbelief yesterday. I gotta tell you that. I was a little bit in disbelief yesterday, because if you watch again my Bitcoin Daily from yesterday, if you watch yesterday's show, and I did watch my yesterday's show again late at night, just before the daily close. I watched entire Bitcoin analysis that we did yesterday. And the biggest problem was the DXY, guys, was the DXY. I could not believe that Bitcoin could go up when DXY goes up. And the pattern that DXY was printing over here was so bullish that although we had very good indications that this is gonna pump, the Bitcoin is gonna go up, I still didn't want to believe it because of the DXY, because DXY looked bullish. And in my head, I was like, how can Bitcoin go up when DXY goes up? And that's exactly what happened, guys. Exactly what happened. Both DXY and Bitcoin pumped like crazy. Now it's, you know, not the, you know, DXY is not pumping like crazy, you know, something like, you know, what are you gonna say, you know, 10% up or something like that, but it's pumping like crazy for being in DXY. It pumped above the resistances up here. Right now it's having a slight pullback towards downside. That's fine, but it's still going towards the upside. And everybody has been telling me that, you know, they are very, very correlated. We have been watching it. We have seen some kind of correlation, but I'm getting the deja vu experience again. Back in 2018, 19, 20, the CME gaps messed me up. I explained this before. I believed so strongly in something outside of the charts that it wrecked me, literally wrecked me. Where is the charts? Up here. This literally wrecked me. This move up here. Let's go to CME futures charts. Down here, I still have the... no, it's down here. Still have the... I don't see have levels. See this? This is the CME gap. This is the CME gap that never got closed. We came in a little bit into the CME gap, but we never closed the CME gap. And I believed so strongly in the CME gap by this time over here that I could not believe that, you know, the price could actually go up without actually closing the CME gap. And I'm getting the same deja vu feeling again about it, or I had the deja vu feeling about the DXY. I could not believe that Bitcoin could pump 10% at the same time as the DXY is pumping. Because in my head, you know, money needs to move out of the dollar into the Bitcoin, or out of the Bitcoin into the dollar. And that's why they are not correlated. And, you know, that's why it's good indication for, you know, whatever it's going to be, you know, happen next. So if you see that, you know, DXY is printing some kind of bullish pattern, Bitcoin is going to go down. If we see that the DXY is printing some kind of bearish pattern, you know, Bitcoin is going to go up, right? And right now DXY has been printing some kind of bullish pattern. And like I told in yesterday's stream, Bitcoin Daily, you know, if I saw DXY on any other coin, I would long that shit so hard, right? Because it looks so bullish. And it was bullish. It continued towards the upside. But Bitcoin did that as well. So the conviction needs to break right over here. You know, we need to stop reading the news and reading the charts. So the big problem is that I have not been focusing 100% on what's happening on the charts. I have not been focusing 100% on what's happening on the charts, and that's what got me wrecked, guys. That's what got, you know, got me not believing in what's happening. And I'm very, very strong believer that, you know, anything that's happening on the chart is already priced in. DXY is priced in, stock market is priced in, CPI numbers are priced in, inflation rate is priced in, you know, retail numbers are priced in, you know, the FUD is priced in, the SEC is priced in, everything is already priced in the charts. There is no actual need to read any other news. So there has also, of course, been another pattern that's, you know, has been keeping me from going long and, you know, seeing this dump pumping towards upside. And we did, you know, fairly well up here at the top, where we saw that, you know, we are losing momentum. There is too much, you know, FOMO going on, and we thought that it's gonna go down, and it went down. But down here, I was all, you know, even though there was clear-cut signs, I'm gonna show you all the signs, even though there were all the signs that this is gonna, you know, this can actually technically go towards the upside. And in yesterday's video, if you go and rewatch the yesterday's video, you will see that everything was pointing, yeah, we're gonna go up to the resistance at 26, 27. I not know that we are gonna pump all the way up here to 25k, but, you know, this move up here was technically very much, pretty much, you know, written in the books is gonna happen, right? The move towards the upside up here was just, you know, definite, you know, FOMO move up here. Short is getting closed, you know, getting wrecked and stuff like that. So big move yesterday. So the big lesson is we're gonna stop watching the DSY. We're gonna stop watching what's happening with the stock market to figure out what Bitcoin is gonna do next. There is no need to read anything else, guys. There is no need to read the FUD, the news, the anything. it's you know, we just need to watch the charts, because charts are telling us what is priced in and what is not priced in, and that got me right. Now the 2014 button up here, like previous time, the 2014 button, 2015 button up here, this move up here that we went big time towards downside over here, I think that we already played that out, and that this move up here is coming. Now the thing that's actually you know, the thing, let's split the chart up here so I can show this again. So the reason I thought that we could go back down to, you know, 14-15k again. The reason that I thought that we could go back down to 14-15k again is if you look at this chart over here, let's just split it up here like this, is that you're gonna see here on this move towards upside up here, right? On this, first of all, this move down here is this move over here. At least that's how I was analyzing it. So these bottoms down here, you know, you got a double bottom down here, you got a double bottom down here, and this you got this parabolic move right back up again. But it's playing, you know, the parabolic move is playing out a little bit differently up here. But you can see up here, where was it? No, it's on the weekly time frame. It's on the weekly time frame over here. On the weekly time frame, so it is the same move, give or take. Let's just remove a couple of moving averages up here so you can see this again. Over here, 50 moving average. There we go. So what you're gonna see up here, we are right now hitting the 50 moving average. We have some kind of top up here. This is still technically in play. This is still technically in play. You can see here that we are hitting the 20 moving average. So I think that, you know, this move that we went down over here is actually this move over here. So this parabolic move towards upside, you know, we would assume this is the move. Now there is reason to believe that that's not the case, and we are not looking at Wyckoff or anything right now. There is reason to believe that this move up here, this move up here is this move over here, and that this move is gonna come. So, you know, between these two moves we have to have some kind of big dump towards downside. The reason for that is we are hitting the 50 moving average. Over here we are sitting at some kind of, you know, 60 levels. Over here we are sitting at some kind of 60 levels. Down here we had this expansion towards the zero line. On the expansions towards zero line, without breaking the zero line on the MACD, we have expansions towards zero line. Over here we have expansions towards zero line. And if you look at these three indications up here, also up here right now, we are at, you know, some kind of 24. This is my indicator, so we're not going to watch that. But MACD, RSI, the 50 moving average. And so there is some kind of reason to believe that these two tops are actually the same, and we do still have to pull down and go towards upside up here at a one later point, you know. So we're still not above the 50 moving average. We're still hitting major resistance level, but this is the one of the first thing that got me to, you know, think that you know, maybe just maybe this move up here is not as bullish. And as soon as I saw that, I started looking at other people, I started looking at the news, I started looking at the FUD, I started looking at everything else that could confirm my bias towards the downside. Right, that could confirm my bias towards the downside. And of course, when you start looking for something, you always find something that goes with your, you know, the way you watch the things. So I became a little bit, you know, worried. I'm still a little bit worried that this is the case, guys. I'm still a little bit worried that this is the case. And at one point, will this actually, you know, fail? But you can see that this big move up here just hit the 50 moving average, And it's very nice, but we are not above the weekly 50 moving average. We are not above the zero line up here. It's very important level. Once this, you know, this orange line down here on the MACD breaks the zero line towards upside, that is the bull market. That is the bull market. But there is so much FOMO right now. All the shorts got wrecked. The big question is, what is the next move? Where do we have to go from over here? Where do we have to go from over here? Let's go to this chart over here. What's gonna happen next? And there is still reasons to believe that this big move up here is gonna fail and do something like this over here. Let me explain, guys. I'm not bear. But I'm watching the charts, and the pattern that I've seen a lot of times happen is this over here. You will see some kind of consolidation pattern. Doesn't matter what kind of consolidation pattern that is. This happens on the small time frames. It doesn't have to happen on these big time frames over here, but it does often happen on the small time frames. When you have some kind of small time frames, you will see price going out towards down one side, consolidating, then trying to break towards the other side. Right up here at the top line, it will try to break towards the upside. This doesn't really matter what kind of pattern it is. It could be some kind of rising, it could be some kind of maybe falling channel over here, where you try to break the, towards downside, you fail, so price goes up, consolidates, and then breaks back into channel right back down to the resistance line over here, and tries to break towards the upside. Now, if you do manage to break this towards upside over here or downside, all good. You went up, you gathered, the forces inside over here. You gathered the forces and you managed to push it past the support line. That's very normal. So these kind of moves happens all the time. We call these bulls and bear traps. You can have a rising wedge where you go a little bit towards downside and you try to break towards upside, right? And these kind of moves happens all the time. So look what's happening on Bitcoin right now. The reason we stop right where we stopped up here, because we had a lot of horizontal support resistance line that we needed to break. We had a whole bunch of important resistance line that we need to break. We got a moving averages up here that we needed to break. Everything is broken on the daily time frame, right? Everything got broken. On the weekly time frame, we got these two moving averages up here. But more importantly is that this pattern over here, and of course, when you look at it like this, you can see that we fell down, we consolidate up here, and right now we're trying to break the resistance. But what kind of resistance up here? Is this the the 50 and the 200 moving average that we are trying to break? And I don't think that's it. That's the case. I think that the 50 and 200 moving average are just a resistance like any other resistance. But there is this line up here. There is this line up here that we are trying to break, and right now it does look like we are above that. And I'm trying to make this line look a little bit better. Maybe something like this up here. Maybe that's the line, because we got a bottom line down here. This one over here. So this was some kind of expanding wedge. Maybe this might be some kind of failure. So I think this was some kind of expanding musical instrument towards upside, where we tried to break 2 times, failed that, went below the support, went into the box down here, consolidated, and right now we are doing everything to try to break. So the next day or two, it's gonna be very, very important, because this pattern needs to break towards the upside, guys. This pattern needs to go higher. This pattern cannot fail. If this pattern fails, that means that the move up here failed towards the resistance again, and that we are probably, we can do technically still, double try up here. Eventually, we need to break towards the upside, and if we go back down below the support again, that's pretty much over. But this move needs to break towards the upside up here. This move needs to break towards the upside. It was very, very fast. So this is very normal pattern of small time frames. You go out below the support, you consolidate, you gather forces, you get a new bulls, you get a people longing, and then price explodes towards the resistance, trying to break the resistance levels, right? So right now we are at that point, and that's the only bearish thing that I can find on the chart. People are still talking about the bearish, daily divergence. We're gonna talk about that, but this actually to me is more worrisome than anything else. If you look at some kind of small time frame, some kind of 1 hourly, 2 hourly, 4 hourly time frames, you'll often see price goes towards upside, start creating some kind of top up here. Start trying to go higher and higher. There will be some kind of line up here. It will break these stops up here towards downside, pull back, and then we'll try again with a big move towards upside, trying to break these levels up here. And if it fails to break these levels, it goes back down, goes back below the support up here, and goes back below the bottom down here and fails. So this move up here that's happening right now, could this be happening on the bigger time frames? It definitely could, guys. It definitely could be happening. So this pattern up here that's right now happening on the charts needs to break towards upside. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it needs to break towards upside. This is very, very important. And this line up here, the resistance line, I think it goes something like this. I won't say I think we are breaking a little bit, but we are breaking it on the daily time frame. You can see up here we kind of stopped just on the line. If you look at a 4 hourly time frame, I don't know, maybe the line is a little bit off, but we are technically above that line, and we are trying to consolidate up here and continue higher. But if you see this continuation up here, you know, breakout, you know, it's pretty much done. It's pretty much done. Especially if you look at, for example, weekly time frames or something like that up here. And you know, in the next 2-3 days, we managed to do this move up here. It's pretty much done. On the CME futures, you'll see also that we pumped us also to the 50 and the 200 moving average on the weekly time frame up here. So we are hitting major resistance level. And over here at the top, just over here at the top, we got a slight divergence on the weekly time frame. No, we don't have actually divergence anymore. The divergence is gone. It was slight divergence yesterday, but there is no more divergence right now. There is no more divergence or a bearish divergence on the weekly time frame. You see up here, this go towards upside. When it was a little bit lower down there, the RSI was only over here, so there was divergence. But right now, there is not even that. So the next move is breaking the 50 and the 200 moving average towards the upside. It needs to go up, and the price doesn't look all that weak, guys. We came up here towards the top. There is not, you know, this 4-hourly time frame. There is no big, you know, big move towards the downside. There is no big, you know, doji up here at the top. There is nothing. There is just a small red candle slightly pulling back. On the 1-hourly time frame, we did this move up here, but we slowly just curving up here. It looks strongly bullish, guys. It looks strongly bullish. Even on the 2-day time frame, daily time frame, 4-hourly time frame, there is no typical pattern of any kind of top over here at the top. There is no typical pattern, there is no typical pattern of any kind of top up here over here that needs, you know, that this is gonna pull down. It could pull down maybe a little bit up here, but the price looks very strong. So the pattern that we are having right now, over here on the chart, will we break this, you know, this line up here towards the upside? I think this line is very important because it start up here. This is just trying to break that because we got, you know, 3 touches up here trying to break this resistance up. Will we break this towards the upside? I feel strongly that we're gonna do so. And I'm not looking at DXY. I really don't care what DXY is gonna do. I don't care what stocks are doing. The chart is telling me that this price is still strongly bullish. But the reason I did not buy here at the top, let me show you down here on the 4-hourly time frame. First of all, the RSI went up to, you know, some kind of 87 level. Now, if you look some kind of history of RSI, you know, these are very high levels. Now, these high RSI levels do not mean that you're gonna dump. These very high RSI levels do not mean that you're gonna dump, but you might consolidate for a little while, right? So you pump, you consolidate, right? So RSI right now is, you know, stupidly high on the 4-hourly, small time frames, not big time frames up here. And the biggest reason I actually didn't want to buy is because of my own indicators telling me that we are at some kind of overbought levels. This is TLA over extensions levels. And you can see up here yesterday that we have been up here at the very top up here at, you know, 7% over extensions. And these are, you know, extreme cases of overextensions. These cases don't happen that often. These cases don't happen that often. Maybe they do happen in some kind of bull markets. Let's go back up here. Yeah, in some kind of bull, you get these kind of extensions very few times, and oftentimes these extensions, they don't have to pull back down. I mean, they can just consolidate a little bit and then continue. But that's what I'm looking for, guys. I'm looking for consolidation, not a pullback. I know a lot of people are waiting. Oh, there must be a pullback. The pullback. That's why I started by saying in the start of the video, there doesn't have to be a pullback. People expect there needs to be a pullback after the overextensions. People expect there needs to be some kind of move down to reset the RSI. No. There needs to be consolidation, not a pullback. And consolidations come in a variety of ways. The ways consolidation happen, you can have a consolidation towards the downside, you have a sideways consolidation, or even, you know, consolidation in an uptrend. Even consolidation in an uptrend can happen, guys. Even consolidation option. But that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for consolidation. I'm looking for people to be a little bit, you know, chill, so I can start, you know, thinking clearly. What am I gonna buy? What am I gonna do with my money? Am I gonna long? Am I gonna short? What am I gonna do? You know. So consolidations are very good times of activity where you wanna buy. So even if you have some kind of FOMO happening, big green candles. The price is exploding towards the upside. Of course, you can FOMO in on that. Like, a lot of people FOMO'd in and did well, right? Everybody who FOMO'd in on this last candle did right, you know, so far. Everybody can FOMO in. But consolidations is where the price comes to some kind of top, stops a little bit, figure out whether this is good, this is bad, is the price strong, is the price weak, and then continues going that, you know, in next direction. And right now what's happening up here, we are having this consolidation pattern up here being created. The price doesn't look like it's very toppy up here or something like that. Oftentimes on some kind of tops you see some kind of big pullbacks, you see some kind of big candles up here or whatnot. None of that is happening. I have, you know, if this is over here some kind of, you know, pullback or something like that, it is kind of the weirdest pullback I've ever seen in my life. So I don't see any kind of, you know, normal topping out pattern up here on the top. If not, I see actually, you know, over here it's a little bit below 10 moving average, might continue a little bit towards downside up here or something like that, right? Maybe we get some kind of movement down, maybe some kind of consolidation over here before we continue, but it does look strongly bullish. It does look strongly bullish. And the last thing I'm going to show you, if you go down to the small time frames up here, if you remember from yesterday's stream, yesterday's Bitcoin daily, we've been looking at this line up here on the 4-hourly time frame. It was a very important line up here. This line, we are looking at this line over here, give or take. This line over here, what do you notice on this line up here? As soon as because on the Bitcoin daily we are down here, right? We are right over here, and we are looking at this resistance over here, and we know if this breaks towards upside, it's gonna explode. Why? Because this is a line that goes towards upside. This is an uptrending resistance line. Breaking these kind of lines is stupidly bullish moves. Why? Because there is often some kind of pattern up here that breaks towards upside, some kind of, you know, channel up here that breaks towards upside. Any kind of channel rising wedge that breaks towards upside is stupidly bullish. So you can see up here how the price reacts, how the price reacts. And the last thing I'm gonna show you is Mladen's 46k target. So just like on the 4-hourly time frame, we have right now this move up here happening. This is also a rising trend line, guys. This is also a rising trend line on the daily time frame. So if this manages to go up, guys, there will be 30k, there will be 46k, there will be huge moves. This is a rising trend line that we are right now trying to break. This is a rising trend line. When we break this with confirmation, because, you know, even down here on the 4-hourly time frame, you had to break the, you know, had to go a little bit up and then explode up here towards the top. It's only this top that exploded, you know. But first move is like you break it a little bit, you know, confirm it, you go higher, and then you explode towards the upside, right? So a little bit up, confirmation, explosion, right? You understand? If these lines break, Mladen's 46k target is in play. You know, everybody's 30k target is in play. My 35k target is in play. Everything, all these big numbers are in play. If this line breaks, guys, if this line breaks, because this is not on 4-hourly time frame, this is on the daily time frame, and it can go very high, very fast. So make sure to not miss that one, because a lot of people, here's how people are gonna miss the 30k and 46k. We went down here, they didn't buy the dip because everybody was still bearish. Even I didn't buy the dip because I was a little bit bearish. And my wife is right, guys. My wife is right. I'm gonna tell you why just after this. So everybody's bearish. So these moves happen too fast. Either you FOMO into the move or you don't do that. And people are right now who did not FOMO into the move, there is a lot of them, who got wrecked on the shorts, that are still waiting for a pullback back. They're still waiting for a pullback to downside, to, you know, buy. No, I'm gonna wait for a pullback. And that's why I'm saying over and over again, you do not have to have a pullback to continue towards the upside. You have to have a consolidation phase, but that's different than a pullback. Consolidations can be sideways, upwards, a little bit downwards. Consolidations you have to have, but you do not have to have a pullback. We just had a major pullback. People didn't FOMO in. This happened too fast. They don't know what's happening. They're expecting right now pullback so they can buy again. And when this starts going up here, they're gonna FOMO in on some kind of 30, 35, 40k. So that's gonna happen. So this move up here is gonna be legendary, guys. And the reason people are gonna miss this move towards upside is because they are waiting for the pullback. They are waiting for a pullback. Can the pullback come? If the pullback comes, the probability is that you're gonna go back below the support level down here. And if you go back below support level, you're gonna go even lower, right? So I believe strongly this can actually continue towards the upside. I might be a little bit overly bullish right now because of the move, But I'm telling you a scenario where this can actually go down towards the downside. How this can play out. Oftentimes you have to break the support level down here somewhere, right? You have to break the support level. You will pull back. You have to pull back below the line, and right, you pull back below the line. You go back down to 21k down here. You break that, and you have a big dump. That is the way this can happen. That's the only way this can happen right now. Because right now we are back inside this expanding musical instrument up here at the top up here. So can we have a pullback? Definitely, 100%. This can actually happen. But I'm saying, if this is bullish, if we are going to 46k, if we are gonna break the 50 and 200 moving average on the 4-hourly time frame, on the weekly time frame, if we are going to invalidate the 2014-15 bottom and make a new type of bottom over here, this over here will consolidate in some kind of not dumpy way and continue going up. And once this actually breaks, people are gonna start FOMOing so hard, guys. People are gonna start. This is the last FOMO move. Above 25k is the last FOMO move. Right? People are still, nah, it's getting rejected at 25 again, and it's gonna go up. And once we break 25k, it's gonna be 30k, 40k. This is gonna go so fast, you won't be believing your eyes. Maybe 46k, like Mladen says. I'm really interested in Mladen if we're gonna get 46k. 46k. But this is gonna go so fast. Everybody is gonna be crazy FOMOing in here. The mainstream, the retail will start noticing Bitcoin, and then at some kind of top, whether that's gonna be 46, 40k, 35k, we will get our pullback. We will get another one of these big moves towards downside again. We will get a wreckage again like previous time, because what we are creating here is a pivot point on a bigger time frame, and there is that. It's not going straight up to the 70k. It never does that move. But this looks very nice. Now, why is my wife right? I told you that my wife is very, very right. Tila, you are in euphoria stage. God, thank you, but I'm not actually euphoria. Because I cannot be in euphoria. I'm in euphoria when I have bought in. If I have my money in my longs, if I have my money in spot, I could get into euphoria. But I'm not in euphoria right now because I'm in disbelief. I'm in disbelief. I'm in disbelief, right? No, I'm not actually. But my wife is right, guys. I'm gonna tell you a lesson you need to learn from my wife. She's been through the bull markets. She's been through the bear markets. And she knows when the price is going towards upside, buy the dips. And she always tell me, yeah, you just have to wait, like, till the price is down like 20%, just buy. Because she doesn't look at the charts. She just look at it, opens her, phone, look at the price. She knows when price goes down 20%, then the next day it's gonna be up like 40-50%, because that's how it works. So she says every time she always tell me, just buy. It's down 20%, just buy it. She is right, guys. She is right. Anytime you have a strong bullish trend, price goes down, we say buy the dips. We forgot our motto. Just buy the dips in a strong bullish trend. We forgot our motto because we are looking at the news. We are looking at the DXY. We are looking at everybody else. And we did not believe in the charts. So we are gonna start back to believing in the charts. And we're gonna go towards the upside. Wait just a second, guys. Okay, Gort and Rostein, you two guys, you need to chill the F down. You are very spammy. This is not your personal room. That's why I said last time, go get a hotel room. You are ruining the chat. Like, if you want to chat, go to, get a room. So there is that, guys. It looks fine. We are in consolidation phase. My wife might be right. Now I can show you something on the altcoins over here on the weekly time frame. I don't know if every altcoin has this, but this is weekly time frame of Chili's pulled back a little bit down here from these tops up here. Not from these tops, but from these tops. This is 6% down. This is a lot bigger move. This is 25% move towards downside, guys. Let's take next coin up here. This is RSI. I don't know. The move back down is 23%. Let's look at BNB. BNB, I think it went a little bit longer down. This 15% move down. Let's use Link. We are just going through the coins up here. From the top to the bottom, 17% move down. Let's go one up here. This on the these are all on the weekly time frame, guys. This is 21% move. This over here is 17% move. I'm just taking like coin after coin, literally coin after coin. Everything has these 20% moves, and I'm telling you guys, my wife was right. 20% moves down, you know, those are buying opportunities, right? Those are buying opportunities. So there is that, guys. There is that. Hey Sasha, were the gains immense? Mohammed, you bought the dip. Did you manage to hold your long from the bottom down there, man? I wanted to ask you that. I want to ask you. You haven't been here yesterday, so you know I want to know if you managed to hold a long from down here. How you doing, man? Dude, I'm still holding a long from 15.5. Yeah, but you did another long. Damn. Very well. Mohammed is like Mladen, man. These guys, they buy the exact bottom. They just don't care. They know where the levels are. They know when to go in. They don't care about anybody else. They believe in whatever they're doing. And they buy these, you know, insane levels. Insane levels. Both Mohammed and Mladen. Like, I look at these guys like, you know, some kind of, you know, I don't know. What do you call deity, you know, deity. In English, deity, you know, the big stuff. Yeah, these guys, man, the levels these guys buy, it's insane. Why is CFX pumping so much? Because bull market. There we go, guys. There we go. Okay, guys, thanks for stopping by. This is Bitcoin Daily, of course. And I'm looking for consolidation, any kind of consolidation in the movement towards the upside. After that, it does look strongly bullish. I don't see any kind of topping out pattern over here at the top right now. There might be some overextension up here, but still, you know, just consolidating. I think this is going to continue. Will it continue during the day? Tomorrow, when it's going to continue? Maybe a you know, quick pullback and then right back up again. I don't think you're getting any kind of pullback. But it is strongly bullish, guys. It is strongly bullish. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. I gotta go buy coins. Bye-bye. Bull market sent it up to 224 hours. Okay. Bull market didn't stop up here, man. The bull market didn't start up here. The bull market started down there. So this is just continuation and confirmation of the bull market continuation pattern towards the upside. I just got here. There we go. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye. Oh.